I think if you're working on a business that that has a mission and a vision and you think is making the world a better place, it's a lot easier to stick with it when it's hard. And when I talk to entrepreneurs, over the years who are doing things that could be fine businesses, but they're things that aren't necessarily like making the world a better place. I always remind them, I'm like, hey, it's going to get really hard at some point. Like, do you want to look back and be like, man, I spent 5 years building a Facebook game, right? And when that was a thing, right? And so I always tell people, like, look, it does take 10 plus years. And I was lucky enough, back to education, the school that I worked at, Pacific Collegiate School, one of the big donors to that school was Reed Hastings, CEO of Netflix. And through the early years, Reed and I became friends. And I remember talking to Reed one day, and I said to him something that has seared into my brain. I was like, hey, Reed, this was like 2013 or 14. I was like, what do you think about this Redbox company? The Redbox, like kiosks.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it seems like they've come out of nowhere. Dollar DVDs, like, this was when Netflix was really a DVD company. He's like, James, that company has been at it for over a decade. Right? That's the Coinstar guys. Like, these guys have been working super hard for more than a decade. It's like, this stuff takes a long time. And for whatever reason, that like really stuck with me, that like, this stuff takes a long time. And so I always like have Reed in the background when I'm like, as long as I'm working on something I care about, he's been at Netflix since 97, and so 25 years, right, of passion and purpose. And I think that's a good way to think about the world.